How much have the club moved forward, do you feel, since you came here in March 2015?
Massively. There's no two ways about it. You know, you look at what the developments getting done at the ground, the training ground. You know, different players, different staff that have come in. Obviously, shows what intent that this club has to succeed at a higher level. And you know, I think you can look at all the way through, from the academy to the first team. We're moving in the right direction. You look at when I first come to the club, there was only really three staff members that was working full time on the coaching side of things, and now, you know, that looks, it's pretty much doubled now. So there's a lot of intent, same as I say, which helps in every aspect of improving as a team and as a player. So.
You mentioned the improvements off the pitch as well. The 3G has come in since you've arrived here, and also now we've got the developments of the ground, the new changing rooms here. How are they? Yeah,
I mean, the changing rooms are slightly different to what we've been used to for the last I don't know how many years, but you know, that's a nice improvement. And then you look at you know, the AstroTurf that we've got at the ground as well, at the training ground, which, you know, can't help but keep the training ground in such a better place, and also bringing youth through. You know, the kids train there on a weekly basis, and it's a nice place and environment for them to develop their skills as well.
And this season you've already made 15 appearances and scored 3 goals. It's actually getting close in terms of appearances in total to how many you made last season, because obviously you had that injury at Yeovil. How much are you looking forward to getting an injury-free season under your belt this season?
Well, it'd be lovely. You know, obviously, you know, last season was a difficult one to take, and to get the injury and the sort of timing, severity of it, it was a difficult one to take. But you know, with great medical help, great operation, great staff that we've got here, I'm feeling as good as I ever have, which is nice after a major operation. And it's nice to just be playing with a smile on my face. So every game that gets ticked off that I can perform in is obviously a blessing.
Do you feel you're in some of your best form that you've had for Exeter City during your time here?
I feel great. I don't know whether it's my best form, but I feel in good shape. You know, there's never sort of, very rarely do you go into a game where you're 100%. But I feel good. So obviously Mansfield was nice to get back in and get some more minutes under my belt, and then hopefully we can kick on from here.
Just want to touch something on an incident now in the Mansfield game. You got a fair bit of stick from the supporters behind the dugout for you at the One Call Stadium. Obviously footballers know that sometimes that comes with the territory, but it's a bit of an ugly side of the game. How much do you think it crosses the line in some respects?
I think it massively crosses the line. I mean, the things that were said to me on Saturday, you know, shouldn't be said to anybody. And you know, you have to sit there and swallow it up and take it. But you know, for people to just think that they can come to a football game and literally say whatever comes into their head is not acceptable. And it was nice to be able to score and obviously and celebrate the goal as I did, because, you know, same as I say, there's things that get said on to players from the stands that just are unacceptable.
It's also something that's spilled over a little bit into social media as well. I mean, in recent days, Dejan Lovren has had a bit of a stick on Instagram or those social media, and I notice you're not a player that's on Twitter. Is that a decision you've taken with that in mind? Or?
Yeah, I've taken that decision a long time ago. You know, I've never been one for social media. You know, I am on one social media, but not Facebook, Twitter, or any of them. And that was a decision I made a long time ago that I didn't feel that I needed to, and that was, and I'll stick by that. And you know, you never say never, but I don't envisage myself going on any of that, because I think the stick that some people get, undeservedly and unjust, or whether they feel it is just, you know, I think people can pretty much go on there and say whatever they like, and without any consequences. And unfortunately, when you're sitting behind the screen, you don't get to see the reaction that has on somebody else. So I've never wanted to put myself in that position. I feel that I'm a very strong-minded person anyway, and I don't think you need to put yourself in that position to get affected by any other comments that anyone else make.
Do you think could be more done to tackle these problems, you feel, within football?
It's a difficult one because, you know, fans seem to be able to say whatever they like to any players, you know, whether it's their team or another team or another opponent. And then players step out of line with a simple tweet or something that's not looked on very favourably, and the hammer comes down quite hard. So it's a little bit, I see at the minute that it seems like one rule for one and one for the other at the minute. You know, players get brought down quite quickly when they make a bad tweet, but there's other people out there that can say pretty much what they like and get away with it. And I don't know how you tackle that, but it's a problem that same as I say earlier, that I never really wanted to get involved in. And so for me, social media is not a problem, because I don't let it be a problem to me. I don't know what the guys want to do that are on it, and especially the big boys, because you know some of them have got millions of followers. You can't help but get a few people that have their opinion, and you have to be very strong mentally to blank it out.
Your relationship with the City's fans is very good, and we often see you out and about in the community, with you turning up at the Grecians Halloween party recently and getting wrapped in toilet rollers.
Yep.
How much do you enjoy going to those events?
I love doing that kind of stuff. You know, there'll be a day where I don't get asked to do it. You know, and when that day is, I don't know. But when I retire, you know, not many people will be asking whether I can do them things. So I take it as a real blessing for when I can go and put smiles on people's faces, and when the kids see me there and they're excited. You know, there's no better feeling. And to be able to put something back into the community for something that I do as an enjoyment is a very privileged position, and I've been like it for ever since I started my career. Ever since I was at Derby, I got touched by a very special thing when I went away to Lapland with Derby, with Wish Upon a Star. And from that day onwards, I've always been in a position where I wanted to give as much as I could back to the community and back to people that you can make a difference with. So.